hear the difference? Have you ever sat comfortably in your car listening to classical music, having to raise the volume in the quiet part, and then suddenly having a heart attack because the whole orchestra decides to jump into a fortissimo frenzy while you aim desperately and convulsively at the volume to turn it down? Compressors do that for you, and they have done so ever since we started playing, recording, and broadcasting electric music. Welcome to the Wetterbass. Today we have a look at this, the Becos Twain Dual Band compressor. It's got 15 knobs and 6 switches, so there's plenty to talk about. But before we dive into details, we need to go through the vocabulary that describes how compressors work. Threshold means at what level the signal will start to be compressed. Ratio is how hard it will be compressed. Knee, either soft or hard, describes how strong the compressor engages and how much you hear it. Attack time defines how quickly the signal is being compressed, and release time is how long it is compressed or sustained. Gain or output is there to compensate for the loss of volume when the signal is compressed. There are mainly 4 types of compressors: VCA, FET, tube, and optical. They each have their flavor and technical characteristics, and we will not go into details. First, because I will bore you to death. Second, because there's plenty of information on the internet. And third, because I am far from being an expert. Tape saturation is also a kind of compression, and it's a real thing. It appears when the signal is trapped between the physical limits of a recording tape, and the overloading sound accumulates and starts to saturate. Why do I say this? The Twain allows you to blend the clean signal with the compressed one, and the clean signal can be slightly saturated. And here is an example. Saturation reacts the same way to dynamics as compression does. It makes the sound not only thicker but grainier and in a way more exciting. And if you think that was too much, well, listen to this. This is so cool. I did not expect a compressor pedal to have such a nice overdriven sound. I don't know if it was Becos's intention, but the simulation of analog tape saturation sounds absolutely fantastic. As we will hear later in this video, you can apply saturation to both bands of the compressor using the low pass and high pass filter to filter out the lowest and highest frequencies so that you saturate only the low to high mids frequencies, making it extremely pleasant to my ears when mixing the compressed sound with the saturated one. Next, a slap example. I am not the best slapper in the world, far from it, so I hope you find this interesting, if not amusing. But seriously, the compressor setting is quite subtle, and to my ears, it acts more like an enhancer. Hear it for yourself. In the next example, we're using the same bassline and the same settings on the compressor. The only difference is that we are pushing in this little switch here that takes us from a dual band mode to a stacked one. Becos says the compressor starts behaving like an optical one. Obviously, we would definitely have a much better result if we would blend the clean signal or slightly saturated signal with this overly compressed, pumping and moving sound. This pedal is mine, and I happily paid for it. I was looking for a versatile, professional sounding, compact, dual band compressor pedal, and found out about Becos because they are specialized in compression. So I said, yeah, well, they must know what they do. And indeed they do. So I got all that I wanted and much more. The saturation sounds much better than most of the overdrive pedals out there in the market, to my ears, in my humble opinion. And I have only scratched the surface of what this pedal has to offer, especially in stacked mode. Before we get to the more intense part of this video, I hope you're enjoying it. If so, a like and subscribe will be most welcome. Our objective now is to go through all of the functions in the dual mode only. We are looking for a compressed sound that has both character and clarity, definition and body. So let's try to make our bass sound better. By the way, I am using a new 32-inch scale bass that I built myself and that I am currently developing. So just wanted to let you know. Enjoy the rest of the video. Bye-bye.